Hello Scorpio friends, I'm Annie Botticelli and welcome to my January 2020 horoscope report for you. We have a crazy, active, busy, exciting month for Scorpio. There's so much going on in the cosmos and every single thing that I'm going to talk about is in beautiful angle to your placement. So this makes it especially likely that the things that are going on are going to have positive effects for you. Of course, to be completely transparent, we don't know how all of these potentials are going to manifest for each individual because each individual's charts have so many more details that we can't possibly see in a horoscope view. But looking at just the energy of the horoscope, everything is just like dynamite. Life-altering events that have been occurring are going to continue occurring. This will be very likely a milestone month. And it's perfect timing because if you have to take action on the opportunities that came to you recently or that will come to you this month, this is the best month of the whole year of 2020 to take any action, make big decisions, make big launches, and to set things in motion that can be very, very long lasting. So I'm an astrology teacher, so I want to show you some of the whys, not just the whats that I'm expecting to come up for you all. And I'll give you a lot more details as to what kind of themes and things that will be coming up for you. Okay, so let's check out the chart. Okay, so the things that I'm talking about are going to be true for all early, middle, and late degree Scorpio placements unless I differentiate out. Otherwise, you can assume that I'm speaking to all of you with all the information I'm giving. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about is how astrology boils down to math. It's a science that's based in math. And the angles that are between the zodiac signs and the angles between the planets as they move in these different configurations flavor the experience. So that's why I'm thinking that there are going to be pretty amazing, life-changing things happening for you. All right, so the first thing is, look at this whole stellium in Capricorn. This is all Capricorn. So all of these planets smooch Scorpio. Now, truth be known, this Saturn and Pluto, they're moving really slowly. And although they are going to be affecting some of you more than others, depending on your angles, they've been in Capricorn for a long time. So this ongoing building of manifestation, of bringing your emotional, creative, juices out into practical, tangible creations has been a theme for Scorpio for a long time because of these outer planets. Now, as of December, we have Jupiter joining that party. So over the whole year of 2020, Jupiter is going to kiss every single one of you. And however many Scorpio planets you have, that's how many kisses you're going to get. And some of you will get multiple kisses because Jupiter will go retrograde. But Jupiter now wants to bring the luck, the benevolence, the random things that people do for you, that come as a complete surprise. He wants to bring that to this party of manifestation and accomplishment. For many people, this is going to show up as business success and work success. Okay, so for those of you who are in the workforce, who are trying to get something going, who want to be recognized, who want to get raises, who want to start a business, who want a business to do better, everything that's going on here has a potential to make that happen for you. Okay, so we've got all that happening. Then the solar eclipse, which is in Cancer. Now, I did do a separate video. If you search for January lunar eclipse Scorpio, then you'll see exactly where this is going to hit for you, depending on where you are in the Scorpio spectrum, and what I have seen happen when it hits in those places. So you can search for that. I also have it in my Scorpio playlist on YouTube. But in any case, that eclipse is going to be at this sweet angle, 120-degree angle to Scorpio. So all these Cap placements are making 60-degree angles. That's the angle of potential. That's the angle of the ingredients on the counter that at any time you can activate those ingredients and create whatever it is. Now the trines tend to just bestow blessings without you even having to do anything. But if you do something with them, they can extend even further. And there's a lot of energy that is really centered around long-term gains, long-term decisions, building things from the ground up or getting rewarded for the things that you already have been doing. So you'll see a massive amount of those themes coming up for you. Okay, so let's see what else we've got going on here. Let's get some of this mess out of the way. So besides these long-term planets moving through there, there's an especially notable event this month, and that is Pluto and Saturn coming together. All right, so this event only happens every 34 years, and it only happens 34 years times 12, that long, in this particular area of your chart. So the occurrence is going to be very rare. All of these energies plus all the rest of these cap energies can bring the energy of father in a big way, or an authority figure, or a boss, or someone in a position to help you, or to have power that can put you on your way in some way. So if you need some help, your dad may help you. Your dad may need help. Something involving dads, stepdads, father-in-laws, things like that are going to be brought in a huge way. It is possible that there could be some challenges because Saturn can be somber and Pluto rules death. Sometimes it's literal death, actually, but sometimes it's figurative death. So there is, a sketchy energy as we get closer to the 12th and 13th, especially of January. That's when this is exact, but in the weeks leading up to it, in the weeks after it, this is a powerful enough transit that it echoes out for weeks in either direction. The energy that could show accomplishment can also show major transformation. And, news about births, information coming to you is a very strong theme for Scorpio right now, because this third house that's being accentuated, and that's being accentuated no matter where you are on the Scorpio spectrum, early, middle, and late, rules communication. So information that comes to you, phone calls, texts, things that you find out, things that that come to you, major news is coming in about birth, death, transformation, rebirth, some of it literal, some of it just figurative. So, as potentials. This also has to do with, and remember as I'm telling you this, even though there are some potential somber, challenging things that carry finality, because they're in this beautiful aspect to Scorpio, it does increase the odds that either they'll be completely positive, or for the challenging things that there'll be a silver lining, or some other news that coincides with the challenging news that can help to uplift the situation. All of these planets want to improve your communication, improve your capacity to communicate. They want to bring you software, devices, upgrades to your devices. They want to bring you transformation in your relationships, especially like brothers, sisters, uncles, cousins. You might get powerful news or opportunities that come from one of those fronts. New cars, new vehicles. Maybe you'll pay a car off. Maybe you'll sell a car. Maybe you'll get a new car, So things involving, and I'm using car as an example because that's the most common, but boats, planes, bikes, anything like that you use for transportation can come up in a huge way. You might make the decision that you're going to go without a vehicle, and that will be the major transformation part of, that you're stepping into more sustainability or something like that. So there's just so much going on. And because Venus is kissing the fourth house, now, if the later you are in the sign, the longer in the month it's going to take to really feel this. So, if you're born earlier in the sign, you'll be feeling this right from the beginning of January. If you're born a little bit into it, it'll be a little bit into January. And for those of you at the end of the sign, it might be a little bit later in January before you feel this, but it's going to happen for all of you. And so Venus rules love, beauty, and money. And Venus in the home sector can bring real estate, notable real estate things. If you have to buy a house, this is one of the best, maybe the best month of the year that's most clear from personal planet retrogrades. Because remember, February 2nd, the personal planet retrograde spree that begins then goes through all of 2020. So you won't have as much clarity and forward momentum any other time this year compared to this month. So you want to take really good advantage of that. And this Venus energy ruling love, money, harmony, peace, could bring you blessings in your home, could bring you blessings with real estate, could bring you blessings in your inner world, could bring you blessings with your relationships and with your family, and could bring you money from those things, okay? So the money can factor into the news, you know, so maybe a relative gives you money and then you pay your car off. That's one example of what's going to happen for some Scorpios. So this is all going on. Now, remember, those of you born early in the sign, like the first week or so of the sign, or the first, 7 to 10 degrees, if you know your degree. And also, by the way, my readings are always for Sun in Scorpio, Moon in Scorpio, Scorpio rising. So if you have any of those placements, I always recommend watching for at least your rising and your Sun in my reports. But in any case, we still, and for a while, will continue to have the planet Uranus activating radical change for those of you basically October born Scorpios, and it's coming for the rest of you. But this time is very much focused on those of you who have those early placements, and it's radical, things coming out of the blue for better or worse, surprise openings, surprise closings. That energy is very similar to the eclipse energy. So you've got, the early degree placements have Uranus doing this like, hey, surprise changes, but then all Scorpio placements have the eclipse bringing these life-altering events that have been developing over time and maybe coming to a head now. But again, remember, this is all in beautiful angles to your placements. So, I really, really hope, I really, really expect that the odds are greater that these things will be beneficial for you, okay? So launch your businesses, start your important things, get your creative babies out, marriage proposals, is real, anything like that, long-term business partnerships, merging in any way, getting your new vehicles, getting your new expensive items, upgrading anything. All of that, the time is now. So take really great advantage of that. Okay, so I have other resources for you. Definitely watch my November video for Scorpio, even though you'll have to fast forward through some of it that's about November, unless you're watching it in November, then it will still be relevant. But you want to catch that eclipse portion that talks about that end of December eclipse, because that is still going to be affecting in January. These eclipse energies last for months at a time, and you can't just say, oh, well, the eclipse happens on that day and it's over. These are storylines that are in motion, and I go into great detail in the November report. Definitely look for the January lunar eclipse report for Scorpio, and I will go into a crazy amount of detail of what you can expect from this eclipse specifically. Remember, that is a nice angle to your placements. And then you can go for written horoscopes to cozybysweetstarlight.com. And I have other astrology for wellness blogs, and it's just a beautiful site. You should definitely see it. And any of the links that I'm giving you are in the notes underneath the video, that you can get them that way too. At AnnieHelpsYou.com, you can claim your free access to my 28-day virtual coaching program called Shine. Anyone who signs up for my email newsletter gets access to that 28-day virtual coaching program for free. And you'll get a fantastic write-up of the month ahead in a written form of the notable aspects, what the aspects are, what you can expect from them, what the dates of the aspects are. So you definitely want to go to AnnieHelpsYou.com and sign up for that free email newsletter. If you love my style and you want to learn astrology, then my Becoming a Professional Astrologer Mastery course, formerly known as the Astrology Apprenticeship Program, is going to be enrolling now. So you can check that out along with my Secrets of a Six-Figure Consultant course to help you bring your business online and max out your consulting business in amazing ways. If you'd like to clear karma and live in your purpose, I have a new reading to help you with that. So you can see all of this at AnnieHelpsYou.com. I hope you have a wonderful month, and I'll see you next month. Bye.